quick shout out to ratethetrainers.com and I Believe in Fitness for this awesome tank top I'm wearing. Yeah, if you're interested in grabbing one of these or having a look at the rest of their line, I'm going to leave a 20% discount code and or link in the description. Fits really nice. I'm wearing a small if you're interested. I'm about 5'6", 5'7", 155 pounds. And yeah, just really like it, really clean. So go check them out. They do meal plans and workout plans online too. But yeah, let's get into the video. What's up YouTube? Back with another training tip video for you guys. This is going to be part 2 of the shoulder exercises video. It's going to be focused mainly on the rear delt, but there's some of the medial delt as well in there. So there's going to be 5 exercises. First exercise is going to be cable flyers, rear cable flyers. I'm going to show you an alternative with a dumbbell as well. Same movement really, it's just different equipment if you don't have cables or just a different variation. Then we're going to go into shrugs, which works your traps. Then upright row, lateral raises, which is more of the medial delt, and then we're going to finish off with some, I don't really know what to call these, but I call them side cable pulls, which is going to be this movement. So as you can see, these are all pull movements. So we've had the anterior deltoid, we're doing the posterior deltoid now with the rear one, and a few other bits and bobs, but all these ones are going to be pull focused. And for the last video, which I'll do in a couple of weeks, will be all the push movements like military press, overhead press, and just rounding off the rest of the shoulder with some nice little tips for you guys. So let's get into it. And guys, if you're just looking to do one of these exercises in particular, quickly have a look down in the description. I'm going to give you the timestamp of when each exercise starts, just to save you some time if you're in a rush or if you just want to know what to do and get going. Stop wasting your time like looking through the whole video. So yeah, hope that helps. Cheers, let's get into it. Okay, so the first exercise, like I said, is going to be a rear cable fly. So heading over to the cable machine again. With this, I like to take all attachments off, even the little carabiner thing here. And for this exercise, literally just use this ball here. Just gives you a nice grip. Doesn't go anywhere. It's going to leave your hands in a nice neutral position, and yeah, just find it a lot easier. So we're going to do this on quite a lightweight. Just set it up for you and show you how to do it. What you're going to do is you're going to grab the opposite ones to the way you're standing, to the right side of the cable machine in your left hand, left in the right. Get them just so they're crossing over, and then keeping a constant lock on your arm. So you don't want a complete straight arm because it's going to put a lot of unnecessary stress on your rear delt. But at the same time, you don't want to have too much of a bend in the arm, because then when you're coming up and contracting at the top, you're really working the upper back instead. You just want a nice lockout, relatively straight, keep that back straight, knees bent, pull out, nice and slow on the way down. Yeah, a couple of tips if you are doing this. Where you're crossing over the cables, they may rub quite a bit, so just be careful of that. Make sure you keep a quite nice consistent gap in between them and you should be fine. So yeah, that's exercise 1. Let's move on. Okay, so for the dumbbell portion of this first exercise, I'm going to do it with just one, because obviously I've showed you crossover with 2 arms. You can also do that exercise with 1, obviously, but just like this, instead of doing it with 1, you can do it with 2, but I'm going to show you this with 1, just a bit of variation. It's nice to really isolate 1. You can maybe go a little heavier and just focus more on the movement. So yeah, this is the same sort of movement obviously, but it's just going to target the rear delt in a slightly different way. But we're going to do the same hand placement as before, just a neutral grip like this, with bent knees, straight back, bum sticking out, and then just up to the top and back down again. I feel like with dumbbells you can actually have more of a straight arm, but obviously you still want to be careful of pushing anything a little bit too far. So you want a kind of consistent slight bend. Yeah, another thing about this exercise, you can do what I like to call tipping the cup at the top. So you go up, and tip the cup, come back down. It's just going to leave the muscle under a bit more strain at the top, just to really work those fibres and get them growing. So yeah, that's cable fly and rear dumbbell fly for the rear delt. Moving on to the next exercise. Okay, so the next exercise is going to be a upright row. I'm going to be using this bar for this exercise. If you have an easy curl bar, that's fine. Any straight bar attachments on a cable machine or even a straight bar. Just only problem with a straight bar, because you don't have these corners here, when you're going up, you're going to put quite a lot of strain on your wrists. So ideally you'd want something with a little bit of a curve. If that isn't possible for you, then a straight bar will be fine, as long as you're just keeping an eye on it, not going too high up and not going too heavy. So yeah, basically what you're going to do, it's like a row, but instead of being bent over pulling the bar to your chest, you're going to be standing, keeping your elbows above the bar the whole time, pulling it up to your chin, and then back down quite slow. Just quickly show you from front, keeping those elbows above the whole time, and from the side, again, elbows above the bar the whole time. Really good exercise, just got to be a little bit careful with it. But yeah, give it a go. Moving on to exercise 3. Oh yeah, another way you can do this is with a rope, which is slightly different. If you hold the rope like this, you can do the same movement, and you can even pull it out at the top. Just get that right, nice movement, just to really confuse your delt, so it doesn't know what's going on. It's going to change, it's going to get bigger, it's going to be good. Okay, so yeah, moving on to exercise 3. Okay, so for exercise 3, we're going to go classic lateral raises. This is going to be primarily your medial delt, but with a little bit of a bend over and the right kind of form. You're going to be feeling it in the rear delt and even the traps a little bit too, which is fine. Good exercise. Put these in pretty much every one of my workouts for shoulders. So yeah, just 2 dumbbells. You want a slight bend in the knee, bending slightly forward. I like to have my wrist and fist in sort of line with my quad here, both sides. And then with a slight bend in your elbow, scapula retracted, so it kind of pulled back. Just raise it up, like so. But you want to make sure that you're keeping your elbows above your wrists the whole time. If your wrists start going first, it's just not going to be working them how it should be. You want to be pulling through the elbow. It's really important, that part. Pull through the elbow. Elbow is always first. Bend over a little bit if it's easier. And yeah, you should really feel it in the medial and posterior deltoid. So yeah, for standard ones, you want to be going out about 45 degrees from your body. Lifting through the elbows. Just hit my table. And that'll be a good set. Relatively light on this because you want to go nice and high. Control the weight on the negative, control it nice and slow down. Don't need to go too heavy, like I said. But yeah, definitely a good exercise. So moving on to exercise 4. Okay, for this exercise we're back over at the functional trainer. This time we're having it on about halfway up, so that when my arm's at a 90-degree angle, it's roughly in line with that. Because we're going to be pulling the weight out like this. It's going to work all of the heads of the delt really, but mainly the rear because you're pulling it out like that. I see a lot of people doing this with a dumbbell, which is fine. So you'll be holding the dumbbell, doing it there. I like to do that as a warm-up, like for your rotator cuff. It's great. The thing is, the weight obviously is going to be pulling down when you've got a weight in your hand, so you're kind of trying to hold it up with your bicep. You're getting the movement there, but you're not really pulling the weight with your delt, you're just holding it up with your bicep mainly. So I recommend, if you do have a cable machine or a functional trainer, definitely use that instead, because you're pulling the weight out as opposed to holding it up. Or if you just want an exercise to warm up your rotator cuff specifically, I recommend using resistance bands. You can get them anywhere really, pretty cheap. I'll just quickly show you that. Yeah, so we've got a resistance band here, pretty simple. This is like a medium sort of resistance one, just 2 clips on the end. All you need to do, wrap it around something, clip them together. There you go. For a beginning of a shoulder workout, I think this is vital really. Get the whole shoulder girdle and rotator cuff warmed up. Just exercises like this, pulling out like the one we're about to do, or pulling up as well. Just get that movement in there, get it warmed up so you're not injuring anything. But yeah, let's get into the main exercise now. So with the handle here, like you just saw, it's going to be the same movement. Keeping it nice, about 45 degrees away from your body, like to the right or left, depending which way you're standing. And you're going to pull it out, not all the way out straight because your shoulder doesn't naturally go that far. Just as far as is comfortable. Maybe hold it at the top for a bit, nice and slow down. And do that again. So yeah, really good exercise, great for the rear delt, great for warming up your shoulders. Definitely recommend it as well. Give it a go. Okay, so for the 5th and final exercise, now that we've hit mainly the rear delt and some of the medial delt, I'm going to finish off with the traps. Trapezius is a big sort of half kite shaped muscle that runs almost halfway down your back really. It's pretty big. A lot of people think it's just this top bit, but it makes up quite a lot of your back, which is why it comes into play when doing certain exercises like lateral raises and so on. Also, you can superset it with a barbell. So if you want to use a barbell to do some shrugs and then jump onto the 20 kg plates afterwards, I find that very good. But for now I'm just going to show you the plates, just how to do it from side and from the front. Nice and slow, holding it at the top, slow back down. So starting at the bottom, pull up, squeeze at the top for a good second or so, slow on the way down. Squeeze at the top and slow on the way down. For optimal results, you want to make sure your shoulders are rolled back and down, pull up all the way up and really squeeze, like I said, at the top. It's going to give you a good contraction. Whereas if you're like slumped like this, not only is that bad for your back, it's also not going to be isolating and using the traps as much as it could be. So yeah, roll the shoulders back, up, hold it and back down. If you want to do the front variation or the backward variation, or if you've got one of those hexagon trap bars, that's really good. I need to get my hands on one of them. At the moment I don't have one, so this is fine. If you've got a home gym or you're working out at a gym that has plates, which every gym should probably have plates, then you know you're going to be doing fine. That's all I need to do at the end of a shoulder workout. It's 3 or 4 sets or 3 supersets. Really burns them out after a shoulder workout or after a back workout as well, if you want to sort of make sure you're hitting it on both days. It's really good and it's going to work. So yeah, definitely give that a go. Thanks for watching. That has been the 2nd edition of the shoulder workouts tips. So like I said, there will be a 3rd one with all the pushes and just sort of rounding off the rest of the shoulder in a couple of weeks probably. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Again, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more, or just smash that like button if you can please, it really does help. But yeah, appreciate all the support guys. Like I said, check out RBIF, ratethetrainers.com. We've got some great stuff, they've got a lot of stuff coming soon as well. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed. Peace.